Good morning, guys. Thanks for listening to Coffee with Christ. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button below. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I feel singy today. I'm just warning you. This could come out in song and it won't sound great. But so I wanted to jump on here. This was on my heart. Are you dating God when he wants to be married to you? I mean, isn't this a good evaluation for us all, right? We've all, even if you've walked with the Lord for a long time, there's like ebbs and flows to our relationship with him, just like in a marriage. But the good evaluation is, are we trying to date God on Sunday mornings and then the rest of the week we forget about him? Because if I did that to my husband and I said, okay, one day, like Sundays, that's what we're going to do, but I'm going to call it a marriage, my husband would not be happy, right? I would not be happy if my husband did that to me. It would be unacceptable because I want to be my husband's one and only. I want to be with me on Wednesday, on a Friday night, right? On a Saturday. So when you're dating somebody, you're just getting to know that other person, right? We all went through that if we're married. Maybe you're still dating and you can like fully grasp how awful. I'm always like, oh, I'm so thankful I'm married because I would not want to have to do the whole dating thing now. Like it's like internet dating. Like, am I going to go out on a date or am I going to get murdered when I do this? Like, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. So I'm praying for you single ladies. But you find out information about them. What do they do for a living? What's their family like? What's their goals? It's about telling stories, getting to know one another. And how many people just stay in that dating relationship with God? Like you read his word and it seems like stories and you're getting to know him. You're getting to know a lot of information about him. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people, they stay there and then they maybe go to their face-to-face date on Sunday mornings. But marriage is what we're called to, guys. Marriage with the Bridegroom King. Jesus died so that he could be married to us, right? Which entails deep intimacy, right? We literally experience the emotions and his heart, all facets of each other. Like we find out all facets of him and he's finding out all facets of us, like in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, right? He then wants to know all of our fears, all of this joy that comes with this. This is marriage where you bond closer and closer with each year through trials and tribulations, every victory, every joy. You're coming closer together. Marriage is a covenant, not a contract. You don't break a marriage because it is not something that has a clause that can be broken. It's a covenant, and that's what Jesus died for. He wants a marriage with you. He doesn't want to just date you. He doesn't want to use you to do what he wants you to and then leaves you the next day. God isn't like that. So if we're going to think about it, some of us want this marriage closeness, all this deep intimacy, the marriage faithfulness. Like we want God to answer our prayers, right? He hears us. We want all of that, but we have a dating mentality with him. This is never going to work. It's not. It is not going to work. Marriage takes time. These are words that people don't like. Like, oh, I have to invest. I have to invest in the relationship with God. It takes time and commitment and faithfulness and long suffering. It's like nobody wants to hear long suffering when you're talking about a marriage. But if you've been married a really, really long time in an earthly relationship, there's long suffering. There's patience. Long suffering, right? Takes trust and intimate moments, and you don't get those intimate moments on a Sunday morning. You don't. Number one, you're corporately with a bunch of other people. I don't get the most intimate moments with my husband while we're at a dinner party or while we're in a movie theater. It's the alone time. And you get the alone time on the Tuesday evening. You know what I mean? So it takes surrender. All of that small stuff. Earthly marriage has to have these, and our relationship with God has to have these. So when you're dating, you put forth the best version of yourself, right? The Sunday version, right? It's all goody, goody, goody. You go to church, you look good. But marriage with the Bridegroom King is knowing he knows every version of yourself. He knows your bad breath, no makeup self. And he loves you. That's the good news. And he loves you in that he wants that kind of relationship. So if you're single and you've met a lot of men and they don't want that kind of relationship, I'm here to tell you that Jesus, the King, the Bridegroom King, wants that relationship with you. If you have a Sunday morning relationship with God, expand it to a marriage, a deep, intimate place, because that is what he desires for each and every one of us in the church, because we are his bride. We are his bride, and that's good news. So I am so over time. I gotta go. Hope this blesses you. Pray about it, think about it, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.